Hi you guys, it's Grace, and today I'm going to be doing my August wrap-up. I finished 7 books this month, which is a lot better than my past few months of reading, so I'm quite happy with that number. I'm just gonna jump right in and get started. The first book I finished in August is Juniper Lemon's Happiness Index by Julie Israel. I don't have this book in hand because I got it from the library. This book deals with our main character, Juniper, as she deals with the loss of her sister. Something that I really liked about this book is she had a little thing where she filled a box with note cards, and then each day she wrote the date and then her happiness, and then she wrote like all the things that went on during the day. So I actually started doing that in real life because I thought it was kind of fun and a good way to keep track of your day, because sometimes you don't have time to write out like a whole journal for the day, so that takes like 2 minutes to do, and I thought it was just kind of a really cool idea. I gave this book a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed reading it. It had me laughing one moment and then like crying the next moment, so I really enjoyed the feels and the characters. It was just a lot of fun to read. Next up, I have We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I expected to like this book a lot more than I actually did because there were so many people saying how much they loved this book, but in the end I only gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. It was really short and a quick read, but I still just like couldn't quite get into it. It just kind of weirded me out, some of it. I feel like if I read it a second time though, I might like it more because I just was confused a lot of the time. I was like, what is going on? And I don't mind being confused in a book, but this wasn't necessarily a good kind of confusion. I don't know. It was just weird. I liked it, but it was just kind of like meh. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It was just meh. Next, I have The Gentleman's Guide of Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. I got this book in my Owl Crate box for July, and I decided to read this on my trip when I went camping with my family, so I really enjoyed this book. It was a good travel book because our main character is kind of traveling. He's doing his tour and just experiencing life, and they have a whole bunch of adventures. It was amazing. I really enjoyed this book. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, and I don't know. It was a lot of fun. I flew through this book. It took me like 2 days to read it, so I'll say that's a success. Next up, I finished a manga. Oh, this left thing weirds me out. So I finished School Life Volume 1 by Norimitsu Kaino? I am so sorry. I have no idea how to pronounce that name. Again, it was just kind of like me getting used to reading this. So first thing about manga, you read it backwards, which was really weird. But I did enjoy it. It was a fun experience. I read it in like half an hour because like those are the pages. It's like a comic book. So it did read really quickly. If I read the second one, I'll like it more because I'll be more used to reading this way. But I did enjoy it. It was a fun experience. So give it a 3 out of 5 stars. Next up, I have Everything All at Once by Katrina Lino. This book I got in my uppercase this month, and I really loved this book. It follows our main character Lottie as she deals with the death of her Aunt Helen, who she was really close to. Her aunt leaves behind 24 letters, encouraging her to kind of live her life and step out of her comfort zone, and she meets a lot of new people and makes new memories. So I thought this was a really fun book that deals with anxiety and grief, so I thought it was really interesting, an interesting topic, and the ending threw me for a loop. It was kind of crazy, but I loved it so much. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Next, I have Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance by Angela Duckworth. I gave this book a 3 out of 5 stars because nonfiction really isn't my thing. It took grit to finish this book, we'll just say that. I had a hard time kind of getting into it. It was very applicable to my life. As I'm moving on to college and need to really like push forward and like take my life by the horns, and so I really enjoyed the thought process of this book, but again, I never can stay focused on nonfiction books, so I just gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. And the last book I finished in August is The Hearts We Sold by Emily Lloyd Jones. This book was from my Owl Crate from August, and again, I enjoyed it quite a lot. It follows our main character Dee, and she has kind of a rough home life, and she goes to a like boarding school type thing. The school runs out of funding, so she can't have her scholarship anymore, so she has to find some way to find money, so she ends up finding a demon who makes a deal where she has to give up her heart in exchange for 2 years in the demon's service, and he ends up giving her the money she needs to continue her education. So the story follows her as she is helping out this demon. She meets new fun people, and I just really enjoyed this book. Don't want to say any more because I don't want to spoil you. So anyway, I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. And let me just tell you, I am loving the books that I was reading this month because they were standalones. You don't even know how excited I was to read standalones. Usually I love series because you continue on the same path with the same characters, but this month I was really in the mood for standalones, so thank you to bookish subscription boxes for giving me standalones. So anyway, that was my August wrap-up. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, comment below what you read this month, and subscribe to my channel so you never miss another video. I'll see you next time. Bye!